your heart, cause I got bad intentions. I'm really a good girl at heart, I just make bad decisions. And I get way.
What's up, y'all? I am back to do the baddies. Wait, what is this? Y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing the Baddies West episode 3 recap. So this episode is a little crazy. Okay, so this episode starts off from the last episode where Rock, she jumps on Lo after Lo is expressing her feelings towards Rock not being there on time. But really, she wasn't even just talking about Rock. She's really talking about everybody as a group. But I feel like, I mean, she pretty much addressed like everybody, but then she kind of panned to Rock and was just like, yeah, like you wasn't, like she was like talking to her because Rock was kind of like right next to her. So she was like, yeah, like you wasn't on time, blah, blah, blah. And so Rock, she sits up in her seat and she's just like, who wasn't on time? Who wasn't on time? And then she get to going on Lo. Rock and Lo, they're going at it. Security trying to break everybody up. Here's Natalie in the back. Guys, stop, no, Rock, stop. So yeah, so Rock, she's like, what do you mean I wasn't on time? Y'all are forgetting. This is my time. This is my show. Like, what are you talking about? So I don't know. I feel like I watched somebody's video and they said that Rock was like a producer. I don't know if that's true, but I know Blueface is, or obviously Natalie is, but I don't know. Lo has a fat knot, like probably like 2, maybe 3 knots on her head. Well, Krishan was, you know. So I feel so sorry for that girl in that moment because I was just like, dang, like, did Rock have on a ring or something? Like, how did she manage to do that? Like, I don't know. I don't be fighting, so I don't know. But we're gonna pan over to Rolly is still trying to fight Stunner Girl. So pretty much Stunner Girl is in a room and security's blocking off this room. So Rolly and Biggie are on the outside of this room. They're just like, come out, Stunner Girl, da 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 da, and they're trying to fight Stunner. And Stunner is just doing all these things because Stunner is just calling them fat and all this stuff. And because as you remember in the other episode, Stunner Girl splashed liquor in Rolly's face, and then Biggie and Stunner Girl were arguing, so it just kind of, I guess it makes sense for Biggie. I don't even want to say they teamed up. I feel like it's more so Biggie is trying to like piggyback off of Rolly at this point, because it's just like, girl, get over it. Y'all argued. I mean, y'all did fight a little bit, whatever. Rolly's calling Stunner Girl dirty because she's like, you got on the same eyeshadow from yesterday, all this stuff. Then Stunner Girl's like, can you even see your coochie? Like, you're so fat. Can you even see your coochie? Go eat a hamburger. Back over to Lo. Like I said, it's 2 fights going on at the same time. So it's Lo and Rock, and then it is Rolly. It's really Rolly and Stunner Girl, but it's Biggie is on the sideline, like, yeah, get her, yeah, like just doing the most. Lo runs up on Rock again, and at this point, Rock is really like going in on her head, like she is pulling the mess out of her hair, and so Rock is just like, you know, you're playing with me for a show. Like, I don't know why, but Rock feels like any drama that's like around her, she feels like it's for TV. Like, she feels like they're trying to get some clout, pretty much. And Natalie, at this point, Krishan's top is like messed up. Her boobies is out. Natalie's like, cover up here, put my jacket on. Mind you, Sky, which is Rock's babysitter best friend, she's like, you know, also on the sideline. She's not fighting, but she just really gives me like, I don't know. She just really gives me like, she's really like riding Krishan for real. Like, I mean, maybe it's just she's trying to be a good friend for her, but I don't know. She's just doing a lot. So after this fight, Lo runs upstairs because, like I said, Krishan is really beating her head and pulling her hair, all this stuff. So Lo is just like this girl's pulling my hair, like this is not a wig, but I think she probably had like tape-ins or something, like maybe tape-ins or I don't know if it was a sew-in, I don't know. But I guess like most of her real hair was out, but she had like some tracks in there too. Cause Krishan definitely did pull some tracks out. Lo runs upstairs and she starts tying her hair up and like putting it in a braid because Krishan done messed her hair up. So this is when everybody's favorite part comes up, and Razor, she's like trying to find Lo, and she's just like, yeah, friend, you need to go get your lick back. And so she's just like, you know, I am gonna go get my lick back. Like, it's just like this girl pulling my hair, all this stuff. Like, I didn't even think it was gonna get that serious. Like, I was just trying to talk, and she's just like, all I'm saying is, you gotta go get your lick back. Get your lick back. Get your lick back.
Now I gotta pop off my motherfucking high ass nails and shit to fight bitches on my motherfucking first day here, bitch. I'm trying to go out tonight. My opinion, get your lick back. You ain't gotta go sitting up here talking and all that, none of that. Get your lick back.
Like, she's not playing around. She's like, girl, go get your lick back, because she's like, friend, you looking crazy right now. Rock is like, call my man, blah, 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 blah. Rock's boobies is out. Natalie is just like, cover up, blah, blah, blah. And here's Sky following her around. Natalie's following her around because Krishan is literally having a tantrum. She's throwing stuff everywhere. It's just a mess. Pans back over to Rolly and Biggie versus Stunna, and they're still going at it. But at this point, Rock kind of comes in, and she's just like, do anybody got a problem? Do anybody want to fight? Anybody got beef? Da, 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 da. Let me know, because I guess she's like, I'm already in this headspace of wanting to fight. So if anybody else want to fight me, let's go like right now, because I'm with all of it. So she's like, Stunna girl, you got an issue with me? And Stunna girl's like, no, you cool. I don't got a problem with you. It's them right here that I don't, you know. And so they're like, okay, cool. I'm like, Rock, go sit down, girl. Go sit down. So I know at one point, Lo, she ends up running back downstairs because she's trying to find Rock. So here comes, like, so Lo is headed back downstairs, and you can hear, what's her name? Sky is just like, Sky is like, I'm so mad, like you got her. Like, she's talking to Rock, telling Rock, like, you got her. But I'm just mad, like, she scratched her face, like, let me see, like, don't even touch it. Like, I'm so mad. Girl, please. Like, you really doing the most. Like, shut up. So, I mean, like I said, maybe she's just being a good friend. I don't know. But it's just like, girl, hush. Like, you just on the sidelines just trying to do the most. Like, I don't know. But whatever. So Lo she heads back downstairs, and she's just like, I don't know why she keep trying to run up. Like, she's just gonna keep getting beat up, blah, blah, blah. So security is like not having it. So they really don't even get a chance to really duke it out for real. So it is what it is. So boom, Tommy comes. Tommy pulls up because Tommy's not there yet. And I told y'all, Tommy and Stunna, they got beef. So Tommy finally pulls up. This is the first time they've seen each other since the shoot. Tommy comes in, and she's just like, what the heck is going on? So she's met at the door with Rock, Biggie, Scotty, I believe. So they're just trying to like fill her in on everything that's going on, blah, blah, blah. So then that's when Rolly sees Tommy, and she's just like, oh yeah, Tommy here, blah, 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 da, da, da. So she's just like, come on out, Stunna girl. It was just so funny how she said that, come out, Stunna girl. I'm gonna really show you how to stunt. Like, okay, all right. So Rock, she then goes in the room with Stunna girl, and she's just like, you know, so what's going on here? And so Stunna girl is pretty much just like, you know, Biggie and Rolly trying to be a duo. You know how that go. And she's just like, Rolly's like, she don't really want to run her ones for real. And so Rock is like, do you really want to fight her? And she's like, yeah, I mean, like, it's whatever. And so Rock comes out trying to mediate, like, okay, like everybody just move, like, let them duke it out. So Stunna girl starts stretching. So she's just like stretching, and so Rolly is just like, you can stretch all you want, cause I'm finna beat your ass. Da, da, da. So she's like, you can stretch all you want, cause I'm really finna do you for real. So they run up. It was literally the most anticlimactic, what's the word? Anticlimactic, whatever, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It was literally the most, like, that's it. Like, that's all y'all got. Like, for the way that y'all was really like, you know, y'all was really, like, I thought it was finna be like something real bad. Like, I thought y'all was finna do some real damage, but literally, literally, not Biggie, I'm so sorry. Rolly is at this point, like, they security lets them fight, and security brings them together, lets them fight, whatever, and Rolly is just like, like, so she, and even in confessional, she's like, yeah, I started banging on that head like a drum. Like, that's literally all that was. They broke it up. Then Tommy's like, yeah, it's my turn. So her and Tommy, they start going. And then that's when Rolly kind of jumps in. But in my mind, I'm like, where's Biggie? I thought Biggie wanted to fight. I thought Biggie wanted to fight. And I don't know about y'all, I really, really wanted to like Biggie, but right now she's really not. And it's so funny because me and my sister, we have this insider where we call each other Biggie. So it's just like the fact that her name is Biggie and like my nickname is Biggie, my sister's nickname is Biggie, it's just like, you're really not living up to that Biggie name right now, girl. Like, you're really not. And she's just, I don't know. So far, Biggie's not my favorite. Like, she's just not. And I really wanted to like her because I feel like, not even just because her name, but it's just like, I don't know, like, at first she was giving off a vibe. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna like her. But it's just like, as time goes by, I'm like, you're really not giving me a reason to like you. And I mean, not that she cares or anything, but it's just like, I don't know, she just gives me like, she's trying to have like her moment. Like, she's trying to, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but she's just not really giving the girls what we thought we needed from her. And it's just, but yeah, like, I'm looking like, where is Biggie? Because I thought Biggie had a problem with Stunna. So I'm thinking like, they're gonna fight. They did not fight. They did not fight. So anyway, so at this point, here we are. So Tommy fighting Stunna. Rolly jumps in. They get broken up. Glass gets knocked over and Rolly gets cut on her butt cheek and blood is dripping everywhere. Blood is dripping everywhere. So in Rolly's confessional, she's just like, I don't know, maybe there was a misunderstanding between, this part kind of confused me because I'm like, y'all just fought. Like, what are you talking about? So she's just like, I mean, maybe there was a misunderstanding between me and Stunna Girl, but at this point, all I care about is my health. You know, I cut a big artery in my butt cheek, so now I have to go to the hospital because I'm bleeding everywhere, blah, blah, blah. So Rolly goes to the hospital. She gets stitches, whatever. Well, here we are at the next day. And Scotty and Natalie are in the kitchen talking about how everything went down. And Natalie is wondering why Rock went off the way that she did. And she was just like, I just don't understand, like, how she went off like that. Or, like, why she went off like that. Scotty, she's just like, yeah, but, like, what people have to understand is Rock has things going on. Like, she has a lot going on, blah, blah. And everybody keeps saying that. And I'm like, why are y'all making excuses for her? Like, I actually really like Rock. I feel like Rock is definitely a fan favorite, as everybody knows, but obviously she has her places where growth is needed. But, you know, outside of all the crazy stuff, I feel like Rock is a really nice person. But I just feel like they're making excuses for her. Like, I'm like, are y'all scared of her or what? Like, what's going on? Like, they're just like, because she's not the only person who has made excuses for her in a sense of saying like, oh, she just has a lot going on, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so why did you decide to join the show? Like, if you have so much going on, granted, I'm not really too pressed on like the time that she arrived, but you know, I mean, if you have so much going on, then maybe you don't need to be doing this. I don't know. Then Scotty is just like, I just don't understand how Lo didn't see that Rock was finna hit her. Cause she's like, she definitely gave 3 warnings. Like, she panned over, she looked at her, she sat up, you know, she adjusted herself, she stopped looking at her, she ain't paying attention to her no more, and then boom, like, she just kind of gets up and just, so she's like, she gave her plenty of warnings. I'm like, that is not a warning. I'm so sorry. If you want to fight me, tell me you want to fight me. Like, and I feel like what Lo was saying was not even out the way. I feel like maybe her delivery could have been better, sure, but I feel like for Rock to want to fight her like that was just kind of like very crazy. Like, I was like, wow, you know. But Natalie's just like, you know, we need to get it together. Like, we're trying to get to the bag. We're trying to get to the bag. Get to the bag. We're trying to get to the bag. And she's just like, you know, we went to French Montana's party last night, and Jamie Foxx was there, and Jamie Foxx and his sister love baddies and blah, blah, blah. And, but all the girls were not there, and the vibe, I guess the vibe was off, I don't know. And, so Stunna, Krishan, and Tommy were not at the party because they did not stay at the house, because the house of which they met up at is still in LA. And Stunna girls from LA, Krishan and Blueface live in LA, and Tommy went to a hotel. Which, if we're being honest, the way that production and Natalie be having them girls in them houses, you wouldn't catch me staying in that house either. I'm so sorry. Because the way that they be doing them is dirty. Like, they had them girls sleeping on twin beds, and, you know, Natalie gets the master bedroom, obviously. But it's like, they had beds on the floor. Who is sleeping on the floor? I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm not opposed to sleeping on the floor, you know, if push came to shove. But it's just like, y'all got this set up and y'all making me sleep on the floor? Like, it's between me or my roommate, because they gave them roommates. They assigned them roommates. So it's just like, me and my roommate gotta decide who sleep on the floor. That's just kind of messed up. This next scene is Lo and Razor, and Lo is pretty much just talking about how she felt completely ambushed by Rock, and she's really just not understanding like what set her off to make her want to fight her. And she was like, you know, I'll fight her again, but like, I want to talk. Like, she's like, I want to talk about like what this was. Like, Lo, she said she's in her therapist mode. Not really, but like, she wants to talk about it, because she's just like, I don't understand like what set her off to make her want to fight me. Like, I didn't say nothing that was like crazy. Like, she was like, I wasn't saying nothing crazy. I was just saying how we, you know, we had stuff to do, and she wasn't where she was supposed to be. And Lo is just like, you know, she comes from a non-toxic environment. She didn't say that. She actually said that Krishan, well, she did say that, but like in other words, but pretty much she was just like, you know, Krishan she's coming to baddies from a situation, her and Blueface, where they're always fighting, and it's just a lot of toxicity. And Lo is like, I don't come from that. So, you know, the type of person I am, the type of people I hang around, we're gonna talk about it. Pretty much, just in other words, like, we're gonna talk about what's tea and have an adult conversation. And clearly Krishan is not used to that. Per Lo, I'm not saying, you know, per Lo, Krishan ain't used to that because she comes from toxicity. So then Razor was like, okay, but how did you not notice that she was like getting ready to like start fighting you? And she was like, yeah, I saw Rock slide up on the couch, but did I think that she was about to hit me? No. She was like, I really did not think she was about to hit me, because she was like, in my mind, I didn't think that it was that serious for her to like want to hit me. Like, and I feel her, but it's just like I definitely understand what everybody's saying. We're like, dang, like, you didn't notice? But she's like literally oblivious to it, because she's just like, I was just trying to have an adult conversation, and this girl just hit me. And she's like, I was not expecting that to happen. I thought, you know, I don't know. So on this next scene here, Kat and Rolly are sitting outside and they're talking, and then Biggie comes outside, and they're pretty much just talking about, you know, everything that happened from the night before, obviously. And Rolly is just saying how she wishes that Stunna Girl would have just apologized for throwing the liquor in her face, but instead it had to escalate and become more than that, which I get, because it's just like, you know, you didn't have to throw that liquor in my face. But at the same time, I feel like At the same time, I feel like Rolly made that situation about her. Like, she kind of just took it to the next level. And yeah. Rolly also states how she feels that Lo was misunderstood in that situation. She was misunderstood by Rock. She feels like Rock kind of just like went off without really understanding what she was trying to say. So Kat is just like, Biggie was there, but Biggie wasn't really talking about nothing. Like, she was just like, yeah, I was staying in the corner like, oh yeah, like, whatever. And Kat, she's just ready to squash the shenanigans because she's like, I'm just ready to have fun. Like, I'm ready to get to the bag and have fun. Like, I'm tired of all this fighting. I'm tired of the drama. Like, I'm just ready to get to the bag. Like, we got stuff to do and we can't keep doing this. So boom, we're moving on to this next scene where the girls are about to leave for Vegas. And this beginning part happened off camera, but apparently Lo tried to sneak Krishan from what Sky and Rock say. From how they described it, they said that because Lo has on like all black, she got her hood up, is like tied up because she's like, you're not gonna pull my hair out today, honey. No, you're not. So apparently from how everybody describes it, not everybody, but Sky and Rock, they pretty much say that Lo comes from the side door and runs up on Krishan, but they didn't get to fight, or maybe they did. They didn't get to fight on camera. I would say that they didn't get to fight on camera. Apparently they fought off camera. So really this scene is just Lo is being held by security and Rock, she's standing on the other side fixing her jewelry and stuff. It was just like, you know, I didn't want it to have to escalate that. You know, my nails is messed up, my hair is messed up. Like, my stuff costs too much money for me to be out here fighting. I'm not even trying to do all that. So, but like, you just misunderstood what I was trying to say. So Krishan is not speaking at all. Krishan is like, she's just like looking at her like, and she's even making faces. Like, she kind of looked kind of crazy. And she would be like, but she wasn't speaking. So Lo was just like, say something, Krishan, say something. So Sky, Krishan's babysitter best friend, is speaking for her. And she was really pissing me off because I'm like, why are you talking for her? And so she's just like, she makes a face. Like, she's like looking at like, blah, 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 blah. So Sky is making a face like, and Lo is like, what you looking like that for, Sky? And she's like, Sky's like, cause you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And Lois like, how am I doing too much? I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to have an adult conversation. And so she's just like, well, clearly Krishan don't want to talk to you. So, you know, what are we really even talking about? What are we talking about? Like, and she was trying to explain, like, Krishan was not late. And she was just like, I guess Krishan had a different call time than she did than Lo. Lo says to Sky, like, so she was like, cause she was on the other foot, like, how would you feel? And she was just like, I wouldn't care because for one, y'all wasn't doing nothing anyway. And for two, she was just like, you know, I'm not worried about all that. Like, I'm gonna get mine regardless. So I just don't understand why you were worried about it to begin with. So Lo was just like, well, maybe my beef is with production because I was told to be there at, I think she said noon. But Krishan did not get there until later. And so, or maybe did she even come? I don't know, whatever. But so she was just like, you know, I think she said she had to be there at noon. And so she was just like, you know, and I don't see everybody there, so we couldn't really get started. And so Sky was like, well, Krishan was not the only one that was late. And Lo was like, I said that. She was like, I wasn't just directing this to Krishan. She was like, I was talking really to the group. But I started talking to Krishan because I guess because she was sitting right there. So she started talking like, yeah, you was late, da da da. And so Krishan starts questioning, like, what you mean I was late? So they started talking to each other about it. So then that's when, you know, they started fighting. But she was just like, you know, Sky was just like, Krishan was not the only one that was late, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so then Lo was like, well, maybe my beef is with production because, you know, blah, 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 blah. So then Krishan's still not speaking. So then in Sky's confessional, she was like, what Lo doesn't understand is Krishan's voice is gone. So I'm having to speak for her. And so I'm like, why didn't you say that? In real time, Krishan is literally just staring at her. Like, she, like, not even staring at her. Like, she's just like looking, like, she'll look at her. Lo will say something. Krishan will mix a face and she'll do like, you know, something like that. But for the most part, she's not saying nothing. Like, she's just kind of like looking and making faces. And Sky is like talking for her. But I don't know if everybody else noticed this, but while Lo was trying to explain, like, I was just trying to have a good time. I wasn't even trying to fight, da da da. Like, I wasn't trying to do all that. Sky was like, you right. Like, she had said, you right. So I don't know if maybe production tried to make it seem like it was like something that happened on a sneak tip, but it looked like it was kind of sneaky. Like, you right. Like, I don't even think she even like vocally or audibly said it. Like, it was like a, you right. Like, then Krishan walks up to Sky and she's like, she talking too much. And I'm like, Krishan, you clearly can talk. Like, maybe your voice is gone, but you can clearly talk and communicate. Like, yeah, my voice is gone, so I'm not gonna be saying too much. Or even Sky could have said that. She literally said it in her confessional. What she doesn't understand is, like, Krishan's voice is gone, so she's not saying too much. So why didn't you say that? Like, this girl is really trying to have a conversation with her because she's trying to see where they went off, you know? But anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that. So Natalie comes in the room trying to be Miss EP. Miss EP, she's trying to be in her EP bag at this point. So she's just like, guys, we have to go. We have to leave. We cannot do any more fighting. This is just not something that we can continue to do. We can't continue to do like this. So anything that's going on, we need to talk about it now. We need to talk about it now. And we have to leave it here at this house because we can't keep doing this, blah, blah, blah. So then she's talking to Krishan and she's just like, you know, Krishan, you know, you're my sis, like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And then she looks at Lo and she's like, this is sis from a long time ago. Like, girl, why couldn't you just say that was your sis? This is my sis from a long time ago. Anyway, so she's like, this is my sis from a long time ago. Like, so I put her on and I put you on, da, da, da. So Krishan's looking at her like, you put me on, like, let's not forget, like, I put all of y'all on. Like, this is my stuff. This is my show. So I'm like, I don't know why Krishan keeps saying that. Daddy South, it got like real viral because she put what's the name in the sink. But I don't know why she keeps saying that. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, y'all. So Natalie is just like, you know, y'all really need to sit and have a conversation. Like, we want to see you win, Krishan. Like, there's no beef. Like, don't feel like people are against you. We're not your ops. Blah, blah, blah. So Krishan starts laughing. And she was just like, Krishan starts laughing. And she's just like, cause, like, girls is just jealous. Like, just jealous. And so Natalie was like, no, they're not. It was so funny to me. She was just like, no, they're not. Nobody's jealous of you. And she was like, she was just trying to be like, they were not arguing, but it was kind of like she was saying it on like a mentor level. Like, nobody's trying to, you know, nobody wants to see you lose. We want to see you win, da, 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 da. And so Krishan just like, yeah, I actually do not think that this is what that was. But she does. But it's like, she was thinking that it was like that at the gate. So I'm just like, why are you so, like, you're so in defense mode? Natalie sits down with the entire group, with the exception of Tommy. Tommy was not there. But everybody, with the exception of Tommy, was sitting down on the couch and they were talking about everything that's been going on. So Lo starts telling her side and she's just like, you know, maybe it was my delivery, you know, sometimes I do have a tendency to just be like, you know, so she was just like, maybe it was my delivery that came off, like, if that's what you were offended by. But she was like, I personally don't think that what I said was like wrong, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, maybe it was just my delivery of what I said, but I was not trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to offend you or nothing. I was just saying it. And she was like, and I wasn't even simply just talking to you. I was talking about the entire group because you were not the only one that was late. So I was looking at this mirror. Anyway, sorry. But so yeah, so she was just like, you know, you were not the only one that was late. So I was not trying to offend you. I was just talking to everyone as a group. And so then Krishan starts talking about her little 2 cents, and Krishan is speaking. Her voice is hoarse, but she could talk. Like, so I'm like, you just didn't want to talk. Like, come on, let's be real. You didn't want to talk in the last scene, but whatever. I'm gonna let it go. So pretty much Krishan is just like, you know, I don't have a problem with you, you know. I just felt like you was trying to, like, little girl me pretty much. That's pretty much what she said. Because she was like, you know, how you were talking to me was like you was my mom or something. Like, and I don't like stuff like that. And she was like, and one thing, pretty much what y'all are going to understand, if you're talking to me a certain way, I'm not going to listen. Like, you know, you need to talk to me calmly. Because she was like, Krishan does not respond. She's speaking in third person here. But she's just like, Krishan does not respond when you're yelling. And so she was just like, you know, if you're yelling, I'm not gonna listen. I'm turning my ears off. I'm not listening. So I'm just like, I get that. Cat cuts in and she's just like, Lo is like really dope. Like, she's a really dope person. I really think you would like her if you got the chance to get to know her, blah, blah, blah. So then Krishan was like, do you have a problem with me? And Lo was like, I do not have a problem with you. And she was like, so if I tried to hug you, are you gonna sneak me? And she was like, no, I'm not gonna sneak you. So then they hug, and that really warmed my heart, because I was like, I'm so glad they were able to get past that, because it was really no issue. like, it was really no beef for real. Like, it was just a misunderstanding. And that's one thing I will say that I like about Rock. I feel like Rock is really, really sweet. Stunna and Biggie start talking about their beef. Stunna is pretty much telling Rolly, like, you know, I feel like she kind of piggybacked off of what Krishan was saying, and she was just like, you know, I only have one mom. Her name is Tamaya or something, whatever she said. And she was just like, you know, none of y'all are my mother, so I don't need nobody talking to me any kind of way. And, you know, that's just what it was. And so she was like Stunna was telling Rolly, like, you know, the comment that I made was not directed to you. And actually, I think, honestly, my bad, I think Rolly started talking first, but she did. Rolly was saying, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but pretty much Rolly was just like, you know, I didn't have a problem with you to begin with, but, you know, when you threw that liquor in my face, that was just like, you know, all bets are off. But she was just like, you know, prior to that, the comment that you made about, you know, everybody will be dead in here or something, whatever she said, that comment that she made, that was a general comment. She was just like, I don't like that. Like, I'm thinking, was you gonna try to kill me? Be so for real. Be so for real. Like, you, like, I mean, maybe I'm just thinking too lightly of it, but I'm just like, you knew that was not directed anywhere towards you. Nobody else was offended but you. Like, nobody, unless I'm looking at it wrong, I don't know, but nobody else was offended but Broly. So I'm just like, you just kind of wanted a problem, I feel like. And I could be wrong, and I could be looking at it from a different angle. So if there's another angle I should be looking at this at, let me know. But I just kind of feel like she just kind of jumped the gun. It was just like, don't be making no threats at me, Stunna Girl. So, but Stunna Girl was just like, you know, I don't have a problem with you either. I just don't like people talking to me any kind of way, blah, 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 whatever. So Rolly and Stunna Girl, they squashed their situation. But then Biggie starts talking. No problem with you. I was just saying, Tommy handles her stuff like a grown boss woman, blah, blah, blah. And I just feel like you don't handle stuff appropriately and like professionally and like a boss, da, da, da. And so that was that. And I just feel like that kind of conversation was just so tired. I was just like, man, shut up. Then it goes to this next scene. They're about to start heading out to leave for Vegas, but then Biggie's crying. Like, Biggie is sitting here crying. She's like, bro, I'm my mother, bro. I don't like her, bro. I swear to God. And I'm like, is the problem in the room? Because where is the problem? I don't understand. Like, what are you really mad at? She was just like, I deal with real pretty bitches, bro. Like, bitches don't have a problem with me. Like, I don't, and I'm like, oh my mother, bro. Like, that nigga, bro. I'm like, girl, like, you're really doing a lot. And it was kind of funny because first it started off with Kat was standing there. Kat walks off. Then Rolly was standing there trying to comfort her. Then Rolly walks off. And then her and Krishan are just standing there, and she's just crying. And she's pretty much just like, you know, I don't really have issues with girls. You know, I deal with real boss women, blah, blah, blah. People like me. And yeah, I guess she just feels like Stunna Girl is not real. I don't know. I personally don't understand what her issue is. But yeah, and then Biggie, she's just like, let me put my hands on her. And I'm like, you had ample opportunity to fight her. Like, you really had ample opportunity to fight Stunna Girl. Every time it really got hectic, you were nowhere to be found. So, I mean, yeah, that little bus scene, like a little sprinter scene where they was doing a little 1-2, but like, if you really wanted to get it in with her, you had the opportunity to when Tommy and Biggie were fighting her. And I couldn't find you. I don't know. I mean, you was somewhere, but I sure didn't see you getting no action. So, you don't want to fight that girl. So Krishan pretty much tells Biggie that this is a game of chess, not checkers. So wipe your little tears and stop crying. She was just like, you know, everybody's not gonna like you. You're gonna get overlooked, and you know. And she's like, just look at me. Like, people don't like me. People didn't like me, but look at me. I'm on the top. That's pretty much what she said. I kind of feel like Biggie wasn't really taking accountability. Like, I don't know. Like, she could have apologized for the way that she came off. Like, because she was just, like, being really, like, you know? And there's nothing wrong with, like, offering your opinion. But, like, there's still tension there. Like, so, I don't know. I don't know where that one's gonna go. But, anyways, that's pretty much the end of that episode. So, if you guys liked it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your opinion on the show. Because I want to know. And I'm ready for this next episode. I really am. Because Razor and Scotty get to it. But yeah. Thanks for watching.
How you kill this? I understood the assignment.